Alright guys, we are at Lake Pyu because we failed inspection over at Pyramid. We wanted to do a little bit of scouting over at Pyramid because I know there's going to be like ABA tournaments there, National Bass West, I believe. I could have that wrong, but I wanted to get more practice over there. There's northern strain, but we failed due to having a little bit of water in the live well. So we're at Piru. We're going to have some fun here. It's not the biggest fish in here, but hey, we're out here. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna catch some fish and throw that CMF head around with a little freeloader and get at it. Let's do it.
And who you invited?
And it's my girlfriend's first time on the boat. And
Wow.
look at the umbrella over there. Look at that. Bam. And we got Lilo over there.
Here. Lilo. Hi. Lilo, hi. So this
Whatever
is
you
the
do, don't drop
umbrella.
them.
Can I zoom out?
Got him. Got him. Fish number one.
Wow.
Lilo, you want to say hi? You want to say hi, Lilo? There we go. As you want. Don't forget to let go though. Ready? Go. Wow, look at that shit. So groovy. Now flip the bail over. Tip higher, rod tip higher. You're gonna get a fish. Come on, go on. Higher, higher. Go, reel it up, reel up. You caught a fish. You caught a fish. Go, baby, go. Reel it up. Flip it in the boat. Stop reeling, stop reeling. Bring it to me. Stop reeling. Yeah, right here is perfect. Jolly. Hey, just try it. Here. It's not gonna bite you. It's not gonna bite you. Pinch it. Pinch. 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 Now throw it back in. Throw it back in. Throw it back.
Can I take a picture?
Oh, you. Throw it. Good. Whoa! Oh, got him. Go get him, Lilo. Go get him, Lilo. Lilo, go get him. Go get him, Lilo. Go get him, Lilo.
It's one way or the other.
Alright guys, the trip's wrapped up actually a long time ago, but I want to shout out, some baits that I really think that really works, that maybe if you want to start practicing, those of you that are new to mid-strolling or even Nico rigging, I can give you a few tips, what I've learned through this whole trip. If you guys live locally, but even if you don't live locally to SoCal, right next to Piru Lake, as long as there's some sort of shad in your lake, it's super beneficial to learn these new techniques. It's not even new, but these two minnow baits for mid-strolling is like a must buy. And I don't know if Dick's Sporting Goods has a sale right now, but I picked up some Crush City freeloaders. These I picked up a lot of confidence during a tournament over at Pudding Stone, but these also work at Piru. As long as the shad exists inside your lake, these will work. I use a 1/8 2/0 CMF jig head stroll head, and you can find that on cmfbaits.com. Now, if you have smaller bait, you could go with the Mooch Minnow. These last a lot longer, and they're smaller profile. And when it comes to colors, I just stick with shad colors. But if you have smallmouth and they're eating, gobies, you could stick with like green pumpkin with a little bit of cinnamon flake in there. Now, if you are a big worm guy, you love Nico rigging, these janitors really work as well. I caught a couple during practice over at Havasu. Post spawners out of trees in deep water, just strolling a janitor right next to brush piles and trees. So if you got post spawners, that was a long time ago, but this will work year round, is these janitors. And they've got a pretty good color selection. I like the Rubble Worm color selection versus the Rapala janitor color selections, but these work. I like their Morning Dawn color, and then I stuck with just a simple green pumpkin color because green pumpkin works just about anywhere you go. Those are the three baits that I super recommend. As far as jig head, I would go with the CMF stroll head. If you need more variety, you can go seek out other companies for stroll heads, but hopefully CMF will come out with a 3/32 and 1/16 of a second. Those are two weights that I use as well, but mostly I use 1/8 ounce. And then I'll go all the way to 3/8 ounce, which I believe CMF makes, targeting those deeper fish in like 25 to 40 feet of water. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There is one takeaway from this trip that I want to explain to you guys. When you see groups of fish higher in the water column and it is summertime and their metabolism is firing and they're moving ultra fast, that's when you can pick up, a walking style bait. I picked up, I believe, like a Bass Pro Shop popper that wasn't really, walking to my liking, so I switched over to the pencil popper, or the cane walker, I believe that's what it's called, in like the small size, and I started getting bit off of that and catching fish here and there. But then there's a local guy that sells the S Petite, and you can find that, I believe you could find that at Tackle Express, and it has a weird shape to it, but it walks nicely. It walks and it has like erratic action on top of the surface, and that's what I caught a lot of my, half of my other topwater fish on. So yeah, those two, cane walker and the S Petite,
in like a medium size was perfect. And whenever I saw those bass higher up in the water column, like I'm talking about like 5 feet, 3 feet below the surface, just fire out past them and just like work it. Fire out maybe like 50 or 30 feet past them and just start working it really fast right over them. You don't really need to pause that much. Maybe you can throw in like a split second of a pause and then start walking it again, and they'll come up and eat it. But you got to be really fast. You got to be an accurate caster with the topwater bait, or else you're not going to be on top of them. And that is the freaking key, is to make sure your bait walks right over them. And if you miss it by 5 feet, some of the times they can't shoot over and hit that bait because they don't even know it's in the general area. And you could do that with all these baits. So if they're not going for that topwater, switch it up to the freeloader, and if they're not hitting the topwater, the freeloader, then you could just rotate this mooch minnow. And if they're not hitting that mooch minnow, then you could try the janitor, and you can stroll on top of their head, the ones that are super high in the water column. And if they're not biting on any of these baits, then you might want to try a jerkbait, shallow running jerkbait on the top of their heads. And I'd say last resort would be like a nose hook fluke or a tailspin, or not even a tailspin. I'd say like a nose hooked fluke, tiny fluke, or 2.8 Kitech, or a spy bait. I recommend those baits if you can't catch them on these. But these are my go-to right here: freeloader, mooch, janitor, jerk bait, spy bait, 2.8 Kitech. I think those are like my go-to 5 baits that I would throw on the high water column fish before anything. Yeah, and of course the topwater, always topwater. Topwater's fun. I don't necessarily throw topwater that often during tournaments, but if they're that high in the water column and they're super active, and I get an instant clue like, hey, these fish ain't shy about hitting the topwater right now, I'm gonna throw it, But for security wise, bringing the fish, I get a better hook ratio on the freeloader, and especially the moosh minnow, and then lastly the janitor. But yeah, I'm not sponsored by Crush City. I just love their baits. Those are 3 baits that I would go for if I had a choice amongst all the Crush City baits. Those 3 baits are the ones that I have confidence in. But yeah, if you guys learn anything in this video, feel free to leave a comment what you learned, and if not, tell me what you want to learn more, and maybe I'll make more videos about it. Talk to you later. Peace.